In 1963-64, it was May in Accra, Ghana. The president of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah, he actually called up an urgent meeting, and he called all the founding members of OAU, Organization of African Union, including Kwame Nkrumah, Julius Kambarage Nyerere of Tanzania, Haile Selassie of Ethiopia, Kenyatta from Kenya, and so on and so forth. And they gathered together to actually discuss about the unity of Africa. And to just remind you, Kwame Nkrumah is the one who wrote one of the very famous book called Africa Must Unite. So at that time, one of the most fascinating things that happened, it was the speech of Julius Kambarage Nyerere. I actually yesterday shared a picture and a little bit of the quote of what he said, and I just want to dive a little bit into what he said. Nyerere, he stood up and he actually spoke about without unity, there is no future for Africa. So his entire speech was actually based on convincing the African leaders to come together and to make sure that unity is happening in the continent. Without unity, there's no future for Africa. And he saw 60 years later, like he saw 100,000 years to come. Because right now, we're here 60 years plus after independence, after that meeting. And to be honest, future is now. Right? So if they listen to what he said back then, I really believe that right now we will not be in the same situation we are in. But one of the very important quote that I wanted to share is what he said about that. He said that unity will not make us rich, but it will make it difficult for colonizers to undermine us. It will make it difficult for them who wants to take advantage of us to actually take advantage of us, because now we're gonna be together. Now we're gonna be like collectively together. We are fighting for the independence of the continent. We're fighting for the economy of continent. We're fighting for whatever that we want, right? So it's very easy to be taking advantage of if you are the only one, right? But if you're together collectively, it is not easy. Even the Bible says that the bond of three people cannot easily be broken, right? So look at the United States of America. These are actually the combination of 50 different countries together forming one nation. And that's why this is the superpower in the world. It's one of the most powerful countries we have today in the world. Why? Because of the unity that they have. Okay, look at the UAE right now. The UAE, the Umoja wa Mataifa ya Kiarabu. The way that they're coming together, they form it, and you can see where they're heading. You go to Abu Dhabi today, you go to Dubai today, you go to Saudi Arabia today, you go to all these different countries, you see kind of environments are happening, right? Okay, look at EU, European Union, what is happening. The only weak organization that we have is AU right now. Back then it was Organization of African Union. Today is African Union. So why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because right now, 60 plus years later, and we are still struggling with this continent. The continent that is so rich, is so full with everything. Anything you could ask for is here actually in the continent. You might not be able to find other things away from Africa, but you'll find them here in Africa. Why are we still where we are today? Why are we still down? Why we're not moving forward? Simply because we did not listen. We did not listen to Kwame Nkrumah. We did not listen to J.K. Nyerere. We did not listen to our forefathers. We are not even listening to current leaders who are actually fighting for the unity of the continent. People like Ibrahim Traore or Burkina Faso. We are not listening to that. So my call and my passion, it is to invite all Africans, you people, you citizens of the continent, to come together as one people. Right? To start seeing each other like that, to start behaving like that, to recognize each other because of our Africanness and not because of anything else. That you are an African, I'm African, this is good. And it's the time to put pressure on African Union so that what we need, the Africa we want, it can happen right now. We have a petition of One Africa right now. The links is all over my social medias. If you go to our YouTube videos, the link you'll find there on the description. If you go on my bio to this, the link is right there. Please go and sign up that petition. Why? Because we want to have One Africa passport right now. All the continent of Africa, all of our brothers and sisters to use the single passport. We are pushing for a single currency of the continent. Why? Because we want to develop the economy of our continent. Right? We are pushing for the borderless Africa, right? To remove all these borders, to open up our country so that we may traverse freely within one country and another country, and make sure that we trade among one another, make sure that we lift one another. We're pushing for Swahili language as well to be one of the African languages language that we can speak here in the continent. Because right now, if you look at the population, a lot of people, they're speaking Swahili language. But it's not the same with other language. Why are we still using this other language? Okay, we can learn, we can speak French, we can speak English, we can speak German, we can speak, I'm using right now English because I want everyone to understand it, but also we can push for our own agenda. We can push for one currency. We can push for the union of Africa right now, because if we start one thing after another one, eventually we'll be connected. All these systems that were designed to separate us, if we push for them to come together, automatically, by default, we're just going to come together like that. All right, African countries right now, African leaders, what you can do, you can remove visas. Okay, there's certain countries in the continent actually remove visas for other African countries to actually go to those countries freely. You can remove visas. All right, this is not the time to make money out of other brothers and sisters and everybody struggling with the economy. You can remove visas. Okay, put visas for other, international countries, but for our countries, African countries, let's remove visa. Let's allow our people move freely in the continent. This is something that it can be done. It can be done right now, right here. We don't need to wait tomorrow. We don't need to wait after 10 years. No, we can do it right now, and it is possible. One Africa right now.